So here we'll learn some built-in functions that will be used to perform the mathematical operations in MATLAB. So we have several built-in functions available in the MATLAB to do the mathematical operations like square root, then nth root. If we have to find out the nth root of the number, then we have a built-in function. Then if you have to find out the e to the power a number square 1 2 3, then we have exponential function. Then there is absolute value, then natural log, then base 10 log and factorial. So we'll see how does this work in MATLAB. So we'll clear the window CLC, and if you have to clear all the variables stored in the workspace, you can use clear function. So now, we'll start with the built-in functions. The first one is square root. So the function is sqrt, small letters. Okay? The function is sqrt, lowercase letters, and if you have to find out the square root of 4, answer will be 2. So this is the function to use the to find the square root. Then nth root. So what is nth root? Suppose we have to find out the cube root. Suppose we have to find out the cube root. So there is a function called nth root. So here nth root. Now we have to find out the cube root of 27. What will be the answer? 3. So if we have to find out the 5th root, 6th root, 7th root of the any number, it's possible with using nth root function. Let's say 7th root of 79, and it's 1.8668. So this function you can use a lot, find out the cube roots and nth root of any number. Then the next one is exponential function, exp. So what does it mean? E to the power 1. It means e to the power 1, its value is 2.71. Okay? Then we can find out the second power of the e, that's e to the power 2. This is how you can use the function e to the power any number e to the power x. Okay? Now after that we have the next thing, absolute value. So what is absolute value? What is absolute value? What will be the output if I will use this function? Anyone? What will be the output? It will remove the whatever sign it we have. It will give absolute value for that particular thing. So let's say absolute minus 2. The answer will be 2. So this is how you can use the absolute values. Okay. Hope you understood the function absolute. Okay. Then we have next thing, natural log, log to the base 10, and factorial. So natural log will work with like this, using log 5 or log x. That's the function. Now if you have to do a log 10, let me see the function. Yes, it's log 10 of 5. So it's 0.699 0. So how does the log to the base 10 works? Do you know? It's log 5 divided by, correct, log 10. Am I right? 0.6990. So this is directly there is a directly function to do this thing using a log 10 and log 10 of x. Okay. Then the last one is factorial. Let me see what is the function factorial x. 5. So factorial of 5 is nothing but 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that's the direct function you can use. Now if you don't know how to use this function, what you can do? What you can do? You can just click on this function and click on F1. So it will open a help documentation and you can see here, this is the syntax. F is equal to factorial n. N is nothing but the number, whatever you want to find out the factorial for. So this is the help. So here you will get all the documentation related to that particular inbuilt function. Okay. So we'll go to the command window again and let me check if there are any other built-in functions. So then there are trigonometric functions. So we'll try this trigonometric functions as well. So the first one is sine. Now I'll show you the difference between writing the numbers in the degrees and radians. What is sine 30? Pi by 6, correct? Am I correct? So which one is correct one? The latter one, because in MATLAB it generally takes the values in the values of the angles in the radians. So you have to, if you want the correct answer, if you are using just sine function, you have to use the values in radians. Now if you have the values or values in the angles or angles in the degrees, then you have to use the D for degrees and you can write now as 30 and you will get the value. So this is how you can correctly write the or use the trigonometric functions. If you have to use any trigonometric function, either if you are using a plane function, you have to write the values in radians, that is sine pi by 6, that is sine 30. Or if you have to use the angles in the degrees, then you have to use the sine D. So it will similarly work with the cos D, tan D, cot D. Okay. So you can see cos D function and cos 30 is 0.866. So we have tan D also and cot D. So this is how you have to use the values in, of the angle if those in a degrees, and if you don't have those in a degrees or if you have the values in a radians, so you have to use the pi. So this is how pi is written in MATLAB. Sorry, it's 6. Yes. So these are the inbuilt functions available in the MATLAB that can be used in mathematical operations, that will be useful in the mathematical operations. So in the next lecture we will see array, 1D array, 2D array, then indexing, that is very important, and after that plotting. Okay, so that's it for today.